But so they had a conference today, and at that conference they showed off a few different games. They showed off Terminator, a Survivor game, and then they showed off Greedfall 2, Test
Which
Drive.
Greedfall 1 was popular.
Um, they showed off some new accessories because they got controllers and headphones and that whole nine. Endurance Motorsport, which
It's a terrible name.
is that a new series?
It's a new game. It's a terrible name. It's a terrible name.
And they really didn't. I didn't know if that was actual gameplay or if that was in engine. So it was a teaser trailer.
With the two Porsches.
Yeah,
with the two Porsches. Yeah, it was in probably in engine, but it's not coming out till next year, right? So
yes,
it's probably in engine. Yeah.
Most of these games aren't coming out until next year. The ones that stood out to me though was obviously the Terminator game.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I like just off setting alone. Like I like the setting of it. I like the world that they're building in. They're like, all right, fuck all them other stupid ass movies. We're only going off Terminator 1 and Judgment Day. So anything that happens after that, we don't care. It's like, okay, I'm cool with that because those were the two best movies, right? So like they're like making their own canon based off of those movies. So I kind of like that. And they've made some good games so far. I think they're RoboCop, you know what I'm saying? The if I'm not mistaken, they did the other Terminator game, right? Nacon did the other Terminator game.
Yeah, they did.
That wasn't bad. And RoboCop's fun. So like this open world, first person survival type of Terminator game could be fun if done correctly. Not saying they're going to do it correctly, but it could be fun. Yeah, it could be fun. And I love that world.
I mean, they got my attention.
Yeah, that world is dope.
Number one, Terminator.
Yeah, that's a
survival.
Cool, and this is
up.
This is before the Resistance, so this is like before the John Connor. This is like the people are like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? People just trying to figure it out. So no one really knows what's going on. Everybody's kind of like, it's what? You know, it's probably pieces of America that have no idea that there's robots taking over because they ain't made it there yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be that could be interesting to see too. Yeah, it could be a fun game.
And then there was another game that they showed off called Life. I didn't get a chance to watch that trailer yet. Then the one another one that stood out to me was World of Sports. So it's like they have a few different sports games within like one game, which they had rugby, they had pro cycling, they had I want to say I saw soccer, tennis, so that skateboarding. So there's a few different sports titles under this one game, and it's called World of Sports. So I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what that's going to end up being. But like I said, they showed a lot of interesting games that caught my attention.
Yeah,
I definitely recommend you guys check out their presentation. It was only about 40 minutes, so it's not long. I watched it kind of early, so by now they probably have an English feed. Because it's not in English, but there's subtitles though.
They're French.
Yeah, they are. But they're subtitles, but they probably have an English one now because it's typically how they do after the official, conference launches. They typically will launch the video with a translator. So, but I just was reading the subtitles and watching the trailers because main thing I wanted to see was gameplay anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. They actually had a slew of games that were really interesting. Even Raven's Watch was another game that was really interesting. And then they have another survival game that actually launched today on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. It's a co-op game. I don't know how many players cooperatively. It doesn't say within the details, but it's called Welcome to Paradise. But with the number 2, so I'm guessing this is a sequel. I'm guessing I didn't know about that there was a first one, but that looked a little goofy-ish. It's in the store right now for $39.99. I put it on my wish list because because I do want to check it out. But I had a lot of games to my wish list.
Yeah.